Hey guys, it's pretty late. It's 1 in the morning where I am, and I would usually save something like this for another day, or if anything at all. But I've been plagued with some thoughts recently, and I just want to get it out right now before I lose my nerve. It's been something I've been thinking about for a while. What kind of person you are, and how that community reveals what kind of person you are. I can't say that I've had a rough or bad life, just the opposite, but I've had my moments, things that I regret, things that I wish I didn't do, things that I wish I did, things that I wish that I turned out differently. And these past few weeks have been kind of interesting. Trying to get things moving and none of it really succeeding. And a question that's been burning in my mind recently when I look at YouTubers who I like and enjoy is who I want to be my community. I know that sounds a weird thing. I mean, you can't choose who community. Well, you kind of can. Because what kind of person you are determines what kind of community you're going to have. I look at Angry Joe, a wonderful critique of video games, probably the most honest and fair YouTube critiquer I've ever seen. But this community, you scroll down this comments page, and I know, you shouldn't scroll down the comments page, but you look and those people are nasty to each other. They're nasty to him. Demanding things, saying, when am I going to get my review of next? And you promised me that review years ago. I can't bear to look at those comments just to see how nasty they are to him. I gotta give him props for standing up to that, or finding the best in that. And then and the reason why I'm so quiet is because it's 1 in the morning and people are sleeping. And I have a cold, so I'm trying not to use my voice too much. And then look at Markiplier. Just the biggest, most friendliest community I ever met. And for the longest time I wondered why that is, until the simplest answer presented myself. It's the kind of person you project. Angry Joe's name is Angry Joe. It's kind of obvious what kind of people you're going to get, what kind of projection you get. Now, I don't think he should stop, because he makes some good critiques upon video game policies and issues and stuff like that, but that's the kind of audience you get. And then I look at Markiplier, who is open, is warm, is friendly. He does personal vlogs like these to say how much he appreciates people every day and encourages people to think the same. So the answer to that question seems obvious. And the reason why I'm making this is because my fan base is so small, so minute. I'm actually at a point where I could probably choose what kind of community I want, what kind of person I outwardly reflect. Which one of the two do you think that I'm going to follow? And because of that, that's kind of why I'm making this. A little bit of a confession moment. Ghost Rider has not been doing very well. Ghost Rider has not been doing well at all. It's shooting below everything that I thought it would be. Last year, when I promised a release date in September, October, one of the two, and I failed to complete it, that was a really big personal blow to myself, and I was so ashamed of myself for not making that goal. I made the Sonic goal, but I didn't make Ghost Rider, because I thought I had time and foolishly put it aside. And that was such a personal loss for me. I just shirked away from Ghost Rider for months, calling it a hiatus. Coincidentally, around that time, several of my actors did not get back to me. Over the course of the month, have lost 4 actors. 4 of them who have, I won't name them, obviously, but 4 of them who have been with the series since day 1. But 5 of them, actually, 5 of them, who has been since the series since day 1. And I've been, a little confession, past few weeks I've been scrambling to replace them. Most of them I have. And actually for the past few weeks we have been recording. I don't expect that to happen either. Today's the due date for several of the lines. None of them got turned in, and you know what the sad part is I expected that to happen. I doubted myself because of fear for my own personal. I took that so bad. I had been so stressed about that. I didn't make any announcements about Ghost Rider, obviously, because I don't want to get people's hopes up for the exact same reason why I did now, because every time I get people's hopes up, I end up disappointing them. Which is my absolute biggest fear, is disappointing people. Because I'm really good at disappointing people. Won't go into that, but that's something I've been fighting against for a long while. Not disappointing people, but I have. It's easy to stay and remain with Sonic. Sonic's been doing incredibly well. It's the best thing on my channel. I just pulled in one whole new viewer tonight, and the episodes have been only out for a month. Ghost Rider may pull in a viewer every 3 months. Big difference. It'd be so easy to throw Ghost Rider on the shelf and just focus in on my energy on Sonic. And I'm about this tempted to do that. I was this tempted to do that. But I've been keeping that stress in, and it's been affecting a lot of my decisions as of late. And I'm faced with a confrontational choice within myself, what kind of person I want to be. I'm not very good at talking with people about my problems. It's something I inherited. I keep everything inward, wanting to deal with it on my own, my individual self. But I can't do that all the time, and I need to talk to people. But I've also, this is a habit that I've been having since I was 14 years old, so I've had 10 years of this negative habit reinforcing inside me. I can't break that overnight. Nobody can break 10 years worth of habit overnight. And then I realized I had an asset. You guys are my asset. The same way Markiplier uses it when he is full of self-doubt and needs to get truths out and needs to show how much he appreciates the people who follow him. I'm now doing the same for you. If I want to improve my personal life, it's got to start here. And sorry if it sounds like that, but I'm using you guys. I'm using everybody on my Facebook friends. I'm using everybody on my channel, my subscribers, my co-actors, everybody. And I want them to listen to this too. I appreciate everything that you do for me. Do not mistake that. I may come off as occasionally kind of crass or unpaying attention, but I appreciate. Sorry. I appreciate everything that has been done for me. Everything. I don't regret a single person meeting. I don't regret a single bad incident. I don't regret anybody I've ever met, good or bad. And I want to, it's hard to thank every individual person because you know I'm going to miss somebody, but an actor who I thought wouldn't talk to me unless it was just about jobs listed me as the person that he would want to come and write a story for him as a team of writers. My best friend, who annoys the hell out of me a lot, I know would be there for me when I need him. And I'm not really good at communicating that. I gave a lot of people their first voice acting jobs. And they've made that very clear about how much they appreciate me for doing that. And I never told them I appreciate them for that. But a friend who I met last year, who were working on a project together, his two sisters, his older, his youngest sister, they don't know it, but they challenged me as a person to see, they challenged me as a person to realize myself beyond gender, beyond identity, beyond stereotypes, beyond everything. I never tell them how much I appreciate them. It's such a weird thing to do, to approach people who've only met. But I met them at a convention this year. They didn't know who I was at first until her brother introduced me. But when I did, the oldest one gave me the biggest hug. And I spilled her water, but I was apologized for that, but that meant a lot to me. A person I barely met would take time to do that. And I know it sounds like I'm a sobbing, gloomy mess, and it's probably the cold talking, but based on the moment, what kind of person I can be right now, this is my first step. And I know people are saying, you should keep your personal life off the internet. I'm not really spilling my personal life on the internet, but who you reflect on the internet very much reflects what kind of person you are. The trolls don't realize that's what they do. Hell, I can't remember if that started. A troll trolled some athlete's daughter or something, and his community got together, found the people who did, and they were saying some nasty stuff too, like raping and shit like that. And they got that person arrested. You cannot be held unaccountable for anything that you do. I realize, and I'm rambling now, so I'm trying to get back to my point. There is no difference in persona. Who you are bleeds onto the internet, and what the internet you is bleeds into my life. So why not merge the both? And this is going to be the first start. Keep the Michael updates, and I'm going to try to be as upbeat and positive as I can, but there may be one or two times where I'm like this. And I ask of you, please indulge me. Because you might think about some of the hard times you've had too, and some of the people that helped you. And I'm saying this to my friends, to my co-actors, to my people who work for external projects with Nth Doctor, Attack on Dragon, friends and family. Take a moment to say everything that you've been holding in. That's not really what I want to say. Take a moment to express yourself. If you're a creator, especially if you're a creator, you know that we are the most expressive people that you will ever know. Even whenever people are rolling your eyes about how you express yourselves. And if you're not shy, and you don't have to stick yourself in front of a camera like I just did right now, but if you're not shy, and if you're a YouTuber, upload those thoughts. Let your subscribers know that this is what you're thinking, what you go through, and how much you appreciate each one of those subscribers that you get. And there are some YouTubers I know who are going for some hard moments right now, and I think they need to do this too. They need to let the few people that they have know that you appreciate them, and the people who work with you, that they appreciate them. There's an actor who just posted, one of my actors just posted on his Facebook tonight how he gets to lament that he doesn't do the things he used to because he doesn't have a computer, he's using his phone. And I sympathize with you greatly, and I think you should let people know that. And how much you appreciate those people who have subscribed to you and have believed in you and looked up to you and worked with you. You don't have to, but I think you should. Because you're never going to get a better feeling of release than what you're doing if you do that. Markiplier always says, you can do anything you want to do. And you shouldn't let anybody stop you or tell you otherwise. And YouTube is a community that can be pulled together, and I fully, 100% believe that. I also believe that what you are as a person reflects your community. And that's why I'm taking that first step right now. Thank you guys for indulging my thoughts. And again, I encourage my co-actors to do similar things. My friends, even people who are subscribed to me, if they're brave enough to do things like that, let your subscribers know that you appreciate them, and the people who you influenced appreciate you too. Sonic episodes are coming out as usual. Maybe the Ghost Rider if we can get through this. Thank you for indulging with me, and I hope to see you all soon.